And I know that when someone goes about the world, or at least this is what's been revealed to me, is when someone goes about the world and then they apply doing things in the physical world with that essence of that bliss, that peace, that joy. They do acts of kindness, and they stay true to that. There's beautiful, in-depth type of things that kind of reveal, where love is felt more deeply, where you just you hold the chest a little bit more, like whoa. I guess what I'm trying to ask is, I'm confused on whether or not like when I meditate, I go into this place where I just be with that peace, that grace, but I block everything else out. And I don't know if I should be open to receive objects or images in my mind, because I kind of tune all those things out to be with that. And I don't know if I'm at this place where I need to be open to just receive and know that I'm who I am that. I know that objects, that we're infused in that, but that's not who we truly are. That's what's being perceived. So my question is do I become open to that, or do I tune it out?
Right. It's a beautiful question. And you, brother, you know what you're speaking of, but what I'll tell you, listen carefully. It's a perfect question to ask at this end of this talk, because it takes you to the next step. If we get what we were talking about right now and stay there, after some time we'll come to this question. Now, in spiritual life, you must not only go away, you must come back to it. Go into the depths of your own heart, into the reality within, and then come back to it. Because the mind is still there, the body is still there, the world is still there. Remember, Swami Vivekananda defined religion not as knowing the divinity within. What did he define it as? As manifesting the divinity within. He said, my mission in life can be put in a few words. It is to preach unto humanity their inner divinity, and how to make it manifest in every movement of life. Not just remain there and tune out life, but again come back to life, into this world. And you're not coming back from that into this world, rather you're coming back into this world as that. Right? You are that light now shining through the mind and the intellect and the body and the prana, and now you act. Now you act not in ignorance, but as one who knows. You know that immortal, changeless place within yourself. And don't say, I have an immortal, changeless place within myself, but the rest of it is a lot of troubles are there. You are that immortal, changeless place. So you have no trouble. And then you manifest through your life, through your thoughts, through your speech, so the divinity shines forth. Sri Ramakrishna gave a beautiful example. He once went to meet this devotee, Keshav Chandra Sen, who was the leader of a reform school of Hinduism called Brahmo Samaj. And Keshav Sen and his followers, they were just going to take a bath in the pond there. So they were entering the pond, and Ramakrishna came in front of them, and he said something very strange. He said, look, his tail has dropped off. The others burst into laughter. What does he mean? That sounds so funny. His tail has dropped off. What does it mean, tail has dropped off? But Keshav said, no, when he has said it, there is some deeper meaning to this. And they asked him, and he said, a tadpole, when it swims in water, it is a little tail. When the tail drops off and the tadpole becomes a frog, it can stay in the water, it can stay on land. And Sri Ramakrishna said, a mature spiritual seeker now can stay immersed in existence, consciousness, bliss, Satchidananda, or can come back to samsara and function beautiful when your tail has dropped off. Otherwise, this dichotomy remains. As Jack Cornfield in one of his books, he writes, after the ecstasy, the laundry. Yes, that's still there. You have to deal with your life. Can that help me, or does that just create a terrible gulf between the spiritual joy and bliss within and the world outside? The world outside is not different from that. I didn't go there. But it is that one reality by knowing which everything is known. In that one existence consciousness place manifests as all of this. You asked about experiencing God with form. Yes, absolutely. Just think about it. You are that infinite consciousness, unchanging consciousness existence placed within yourself right now, within the 5 sheets. And yet here you are with a form. If you can take a form, can't God take a form? Of course God can take a form. So God can be Krishna, God can be Rama, God can be Vishnu or Devi or the Divine Mother, can be male or female, can be the Christ, can be in many forms, or can be without form. In essence, but Advaita Vedanta, non-dual Vedanta says, higher than all of this is that infinite existence consciousness place which cannot be objectified, which we are at our core. But very good question, thank you. There was a question there.
So if we are all these are all the sheets,
Yeah.
and we are really that which does not have any form, so then what is the purpose of all this? Is this all, it's a waste, isn't it? If you're already God,
Yeah.
then why have all this other stuff, all this, my son, my daughter, my
Yeah.
mother, my grandfather, what's the purpose of that?
You can give many answers to that. Let me try a few answers, see which one you like. You can choose. One most delightful answer is, when you go to that place, when the little wave realizes itself as the water becomes one with the ocean, then all the waves and bubbles and foam, all of it is its own joy. It's a terrible struggle and despair and problems, life and death, when you are limited to one person, limited being. When you become the all, in you the all appears and into you the all disappears. You are the ground of this reality. Then it becomes your joy. This is called the Leela, the divine play. It's one of the most beautiful explanations of this universe I've come across. But this is from the bhakti side, the side of devotion. The entire universe is the Leela of God. If you separate yourself from God, then it's terrible. Then one of the devotees said to Sri Ramakrishna, it may be his Leela, but it's death for us. So he asked him, why is there so much suffering in the world? And Sri Ramakrishna said, what can we understand? It is the Leela of God. Leela means divine play. It's the divine play of God. And the devotee was not at all satisfied. He said, it may be the divine play for him. It may be Leela for him, but it is suffering for us. It's death for us. And Sri Ramakrishna said, who are you? If you realize yourself as that, it becomes your Leela. It becomes your glory. In fact, it's only when you realize yourself as that you are safe from the suffering here, and you see, for the first time, you see joy and meaning in everything. Before that, it is fear, it is despair, it is desire that is driving us. That's one explanation. Another explanation is the Advaita explanation. This entire universe is not separate from you. It's you. You are shining forth in all these ways. Why should it be a waste? Why should it be a waste? Does the water think the ocean is a waste? No. The water is the ocean. And it's the joy of the water to be the ocean. The very existence of the universe and the disappearance of the universe, the ground of that, you are. Then only you can really make your life worthwhile, and you can be a blessing to others. Advaita explanation. There are other explanations too. Okay. Someone must keep track of the time. Though we are infinite in time and space, but right now our time is limited. I think we have run out of time. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Maharaj,
Yes.
would you lead a guided meditation, please?
I think we already did.
Okay.
We did the five koshas. That is the guided meditation. It's a very philosophical meditation. Thank you very much. Thank you.